You can ask Dr. Stofan as well.
She's not going anywhere.
What's something that you guys are excited about NASA doing in the future?
Well, it actually gets back to this. We're exploring Mars right now with the Curiosity rover, and the reason we're exploring Mars is we think that maybe at some point in the past, life could have evolved on Mars. Now, it's probably just a fossil now, so it's going to be hard to find, probably. So what we need is to send human scientists, astrobiologists, geologists to the surface of Mars to help in that search for life on Mars. So right now at NASA, we're working really hard to actually make that happen, and that's really exciting to be a part of. We're developing a new rocket. We just tested the new capsule for it back in December called Orion. So we're actually on a path to send humans to Mars. Humans may be kind of like you guys. You guys are about the right age, so if you're interested, we have a job for you in about 20 years.
What advice?
Get out.
You can do it.
What advice do you have for kids that are taking a liking to science?
You know, I always say stick with it. Sometimes science can get hard, sometimes it can get boring. And sometimes, like for example, I was not the greatest at math, and I thought, wow, you have to be really awesome at math to be a scientist. And it turns out I just had to work a little harder at math than other people, but I got through it. And so I would say stick with it because it's the most fun. To me, going to work every day is fun. It's like solving puzzles every day. How does the universe work? How does our planet work? Is there life off of the Earth? These are really fun questions. So I always say stick with science even when it gets a little hard, and the payoff is pretty cool.
I'll give you one other piece, and Dr. Stofan is going to have to elaborate on this because she is a scientist and I'm not. But observing them, one of the things that I find fascinating about scientists is the way they have an incredibly open mind. A lot of us, we see something and we form an opinion. We think we know how something works or what the answer is, and we'll go run with it. Scientists, as a general rule, don't do that. They have a hypothesis. They have something that they think is true, but they go out and they search and they search and they search, and every once in a while, they'll change their mind completely because all the evidence, all of the data that comes in says, we were wrong. And we find that every single day in the work that we do. The Hubble Space Telescope is a great example. There were laws of physics and things that we thought were, they've been true for hundreds of years, we thought. And then once we got Hubble and we were able to look at our universe much closer with much more detail than ever before, we found, we thought that was the way it was. Whether the universe is expanding or contracting, those kinds of things. So scientists also have an incredibly open mind, which I think is great. More